What's up, YouTube? Gotta mess with this thing today. That shovelhead runs, but this needs some love. Let's start with some gas, but she does not want to start for whatever reason. It's a cute little tripod. What do you bet that falls? Broken. Broken. All right, I'll start with spark, then fuel. Then I gotta do an oil change. Not fun. I don't even know what size the plugs are on there. It's the little guys. Too new for my liking. Silly. All right, come on, lightning. God, these are filthy.
Want me to hold it?
Nah.
Oh, I saw lightning from the fucking post you were talking about.
Told you.
Yeah.
That's not good. That really trip a breaker or a fuse?
Definitely saw lightning right from that post for sure.
That's not good at all.
Well, good thing you know a guy that fucking does batteries now.
Yeah. Oh my God, this looks terrible back here.
See spark there?
It is sparking, right?
Yep, I saw it.
Don't zap.
Spark here too on that one.
Decent, or is it pretty shitty?
It's decent. It doesn't look bad.
Good enough. Okay, on to fuel. There's enough. Probably some fresh plugs wouldn't hurt. We got enough. Okay. Fuel. Yay, carb clean. I only have a little tripod, so you're gonna have to deal with low shot angles today. Taking the air cleaner off.
We're recording.
Try this without actually pulling the carb off if I don't have to, but I'm not optimistic. Try spraying some fluid down the carb, see if we can get it to light off. Then we'll dig in deeper. That looks dirty in there too. This is dumb. This was supposed to be a quick oil change. This is empty. I don't know if I have any spray. Not good. Huh. Lithium? Shit. Good. It's getting gas. Accelerator pump's working.
See the spray right there? Spray.
It should run. Flood the crap out of it. Can you hold that? Can you handle it? It's getting gas. Should start. Oh. Well, that's dumb. Is it not a strong enough spark? Battery? Battery looks like crap.
Mosquitoes are up.
It's way too early for that.
Dude, I swear, one just bit my fucking butt.
I got one flying over here too. It's only April.
It was low.
Alright, throwing the plugs back in. We'll try this again. This is dumb. So dumb. I didn't want to have to work on this. It's supposed to be quick storage for winter. Alright, choke on. Oh.
Oh!
This carb's not happy. No, I don't know yet. It means I need to take the carb off. I just don't want to. Don't touch anything. I mean, you just ride it and it'll clear itself out. Oh, that smells terrible.
Woo! Some died there.
That smells terrible, terrible. So quiet. This is what happens when your carburetor is not clean. I don't think it actually works. What if I ran seafoam through here? I mean, it needs a clean. It's dumb, but I kind of want to just do a test. Fresh gas, seafoam? See if I can get it to clear itself out. No faith in that. One more go.
Wakey, wakey.
It's well, it runs. It sounds okay-ish. Running is good, just not well. It's gonna turn into a CV carb clean video, I think. Come on, gas.
It's definitely spreading.
It's getting weaker.
Yeah, I don't see it now.
Might need an accelerator. Well, no.
Oh, I saw it. Ooh, that was the wrong direction.
Wrong way. Maybe I should just pour some gas in it. Might be out. Ugh. Come on. my gas can. Safety third. It's running. It's actually running. I think there's more gas going down this side of my hand than in the tank.
Safety first, kids.
So dumb. Freshly detailed. Did not like that.
Yeah. With sarcasm.
Okay though, it's getting better. I'm not a big believer in seafoam, but I feel like I might try this. Well, I'm a big believer in seafoam, just it's not really a fix. But this might. Jets clogged. What else does it need? Brake light. Oil change, brake light, primary change, rear brake juice, it's clearing itself out. This might be a seafoam candidate.
Yeah.
I just want to see if it'll work. Never had one that's like that intermittently. I thought this thing was going to be dead. All right, let me see if I got something to pour in the tank. Then we'll pull the car. Definitely getting better. That could just be lean popping because the filter's off. This is what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
Because these can shoot fireballs at you. black. I think it's just crappy old gas. It's an Evo Sportster. It has to run. They want to run. Well, maybe I'll fix the rear brake and then we'll take it for a ride. Oh no, that's gonna be hot now. I don't need to burn myself this week. I didn't realize that wasn't just black. It's like snake skin or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I do see it there. I don't know if the camera can see now. The camera you can see
Is it electronic? What the fuck?
41 miles per hour neutral.
Does any of that even work? Did it work? It's not gonna be my problem. I never looked. Was it at 0 before?
Oh yeah, I'll come pick you up. Hello.
Time's like I can drain the oil. I gotta get oil in a filter. I only have 70 weight and I'm putting that in this thing. Two new, and I got a bunch of early Evo filters, but I don't have any for the newer. This is 98, so that's kind of where we're at. Get the oil drained now that it's warm, get the filter off, and then it'll sit for a day. And we'll slap the fluids and stuff back in hopefully tomorrow night. Big shout out to Max for giving me a hand on the videography-ing. How does that work? I don't know. But we got the Sporty up on the lift now, and it's warm still, not hot. But we're gonna drain the oil on this thing So hopefully you guys can see in here, but there is a hose clamp right here that pretty much dead ends on the oil tank line going into there. So we gotta drop the fluids out of that thing. I'm looking for an oil pan right now. And then once the fluids are drained, since it is warm, all we're gonna do is drain the fluids. I do not have the filters, I do not have the oil to finish this, but we can at least get it drained, or draining rather, and go from there. So we have one hose clamp right in here. Hopefully I can get to this with the screwdriver. That'll work. So I'll pop this out for a quick oil change. And then I gotta order a new filter because I only have old stuff. I keep old stuff stocked on the shelf. This is way newer than anything I own. But pop this fitting off, drain the oil, and then we'll do a primary flush too. Just because this thing's relatively unknown condition, just kind of ridden the way it should be for most of the population. You don't need to know everything or wrench on your own bike if you just want a bike to jump on and go. And for that, Evo Sporty is fantastic. Oh, I made a little bit of a mess there. Wanted that to be in there a little bit more, but no, I'm covered in oil. So we'll drain this out. That'll be the oil tank draining. And then we got a primary drain here that we can pop off. So we'll pretty much drain all the fluids and then the top off and clean up on the rest of this. I made a little list, but let me clean my hands up because I got a small mini tripod going today. I left my actual GoPro at home, so we're using a newer one, which I'm glad I have. I just haven't really used this that much, and it keeps talking to me. And pop this drain plug on the primary. That's actually gonna make a really big mess the way I currently have this racked. So maybe that one will wait a little bit. We'll pop the oil filter off. I do have one filter here that might work, but I won't know until I actually yank this thing off of here. So let's see if we get lucky. If I have the one that'll work, that'll be fine. Oil filters aren't that expensive, so I'm not overly worried about it yet. But I also don't think I have any oil filter wrenches. This might be a tomorrow thing. I'll grab my oil filter wrench box from the house, get all this back together. But this will be nice and drained. Warm your bikes up before you drain the oil and get more out. But I think we're just gonna put some 2050 back in here on this one. And then we need a headlight bulb. The low beam was working until we did the Rev Marathon, trying to clear it out. I did take this on a test ride. It runs fine, it idles fine, it returns to idle just fine. Honestly, crappy old gas is my guess on that one. It was spraying a bunch of black smoke out of the pipes. Plugs look a little black, so we'll put fresh plugs, headlight, tail light, fix the master cylinder. So we'll do a gasket and screw, make sure this is actually sealed up, and then refill and rebleed the brakes. The front brakes worked fine. Tighten up the mirror. Speedo is permanently stuck at 40 miles an hour. I'll touch base with him on that one, make sure that that's proper. I don't know if that's just a coil wire. I'm assuming this, yeah, it looks electronic. I don't know if it was like that. This is the first time this bike has started since it came to the shop in October, I think. But it seems to be working just fine. We gotta snug up this battery connection. We'll see if he wants to do a fresh battery or not, just to have it set up and done, ready to go for the year. Other than that, we're in decent shape. Okay, this is 100% the wrong way to do this, and it's gonna make a giant mess, and I'm gonna have to clean all of this up later. But we have our drain plug loosened. I don't know if I have enough or a way to cycle this. You know what? Let me tighten. I'm gonna slip this back on here. Oil is drained. We'll retighten this hose clamp down to make sure our oil side is done, and then we'll deal with trying to make some sort of connector for the oil from the primary to flow into this same container without having to mess with the lift too much, because I don't really feel like going too crazy on that. Grab a stubby screwdriver here for the drain plug. 0 frills, but slide this connector hose clamp up just a bit and snug it down onto that block off stud. All right. This is probably one of the newest bikes that I think I have ever actually worked on. And we're not really doing a ton. Made me nervous. I thought we were going to be doing a whole carb rebuild and this whole thing. But now I'm feeling a little bit better about this. So, what can I use to make a temporary funnel? I don't mind if we make an oily mess over there, but I want to try and keep it a little bit cleaner. The down and dirty method. I promise you this is absolutely the wrong way to do it. So if you're looking for an actual proper how-to, go somewhere else on this video. This is me just trying to get this done enough and ready enough to make this work. But I already loosened the drain plug. And then we'll just run a cardboard beer box over to the filter while we drain the primary bits. This is either going to work well or absolutely terribly. And I'm going with terribly. I'm just guiding oil to the tray. Yeah, made a pretty big mess on the other side of this, but not as bad as I thought it would have been. There's the drain plug, magnetic one, so we got some stuff, some goop on there. I gotta do a deep clean on this bench once this bike's out of here. So let's get the dirty bits out of the way, and then it'll be kind of smooth, clean sailing moving forward. But it is what it is. I'm so buried in powder coating work and blasting stuff right now that these bike things that I need to have done for other people are really kind of, I love working on them. I like getting things fixed and running and stuff like this today, but this, at the end of the day, we are not in a situation where this is paying the bills comfortably yet. It's always good having extra cash, extra money coming in, extra hustle, extra side stuff, but the powder coating and the blasting is the bread and butter of everything we do. And when this type of stuff takes away from the bread and butter bits when we are as busy as we are right now, I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with it. I like taking on more than I can actually handle and then just kind of making things work, but that's the reality of it. I would love to do this and turn wrenches and be building bikes every single day. I want this fixed. I want this done. I have a plethora of things to do on my own, shovelheads and stuff, but the reality, just trying to make everything work around a day job, sometimes that's what it takes. But this is kind of the after work therapy, if you will. So this is working just fine. Actually, we made a big puddle on the front side, but we'll clean all that up. And then, so the oil hose is done. I'm gonna pop the filter off, drain the filter side, and that should be it for dirty, messy fluids. I'll let this keep draining. Not gonna film putting the drain plug back in, but got that all cleaned up, so that'll go back in, get tightened down. We'll pop the inspection cover, the derby off, and refill that. That shouldn't be a problem. Only other messy bit is gonna be the oil filter. So don't know if I'm gonna film that either. If I have wrenches here, I'll just put a wrench on there, spin that off. I'm gonna try wrestling this off by hand. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see how strong I am today. Or how oily. Yeah, hands are super oily. Can't get that to budge yet. I'm too weak. Or just covered in oil. So, oil filter is gonna come off. We'll throw a new one on there. I will run out to the store and grab off the shelf auto parts stuff. Whatever we pay for this job is going onto their bill, so I'm not upcharging, I'm not selling anything else, it's just kind of helping out a buddy of mine that left this here all winter and get this pretty much prepped. So let this drain, oil filter, and then we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, I think, for the final little bits. I got a laundry list of parts to grab, but I should be able to grab all those at the auto parts store. I don't have to do any weird special orders or anything like that. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Lots more bike stuff coming your way because it is the bike season after all. At least it feels like it today. Had the heat on full blast this morning and it was like 72, 73 degrees this afternoon. Shovelhead should be finalized here in the next day or two as well. I have the circlips in the Volvo, so I'll throw a circlip on there. Maybe we'll fire that up and take that for a ride tomorrow if it's not raining. Tons of rain in the forecast. So that's it for now. I'm rambling. We'll catch you guys on the next one.